What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Amelia Talks. So I am behind. I have not posted a video in a month. Actually, I have gum in my mouth. Let me spit it out. So I have not posted a video in a month. I have been really busy. I have been doing a lot of things in regards to being a PBO, going down to the companies, sitting in on meetings. And so I apologize for the delay in uploading this video. Please bear with me. Please be patient. Please understand that I have a day-to-day life. I have, kids that I'm doing things for. It's the summertime. I'm trying to have fun. And just, I have a lot of things that I'm working on. I'm on TikTok constantly. I'm on Instagram constantly. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, go to AmeliaG5587. And if you want to follow me on TikTok, go to D Jumps and Stuff, where I post a lot of military related things. So in today's video, we will be doing another 92 Yankee series, and it will consist of your day-to-day duties and tasks and things that you should be working on. I know just recently I went to a meeting and the 92 Yankees was just like, oh, all I do is check my emails and go to the SSA. And then I was just like, so what else you do? And they had nothing for me. They just said check emails and go to the SSA. So I was confused because I am extremely busy. So y'all should be busy too, depending on your workload and how many people work in your office, because you could be very busy if it's just you by yourself. But if you have multiple soldiers in your office, then you should pass down some of those tasks and responsibilities, because at the end of the day, we need to focus on our personal goals as well, which I mentioned in my first video. So if you don't have any idea on what your personal goals should be while you are in the military, then please make sure you check out my first video. So I have an index card because I want to stay on topic, I want to stay on track, and I don't want to make this video too long. So in regards to what you should be doing when you first come into your office as a 92 Yankee, and again, y'all know I wear a do-rag, I'm getting ready for work. So what I would say is, like they did say when, we had that meeting, respond to emails, check your emails. That's the first thing you need to do when you sit down. That's the first thing that I do when I sit down at my desk. I check my emails. I even go back 2 or 3 days from previous emails just to make sure that I responded to them. And if you know that it is something that you need to do after you read the email, then make sure you unread it. Like right click it and unread it. That way you can go back to it and make sure that you need to go back and read it to do whatever it is that email is asking you to do. So it can be like a reminder to just go back and unread it so you can make sure you do a follow-up. So yes, checking your emails when you first get into the office, that is a must. So I do agree with that. So when you first come in the mornings, drink your coffee, sip your coffee, and check your emails. If anybody comes in and bombards you, or hey, give me a few minutes, we just came in, let me check some emails, sergeant, let me check, if it's your XO, a platoon leader, or whoever, the commander, a first sergeant, of course you need to stop and you need to greet them and say good morning, good afternoon, how are you, first sergeant, how you doing, sir, is there anything that I can help you with? Stop checking your emails and then continue after you help said individual. Okay, the second thing you need to do is make sure that you write down all of the tasks that you need to complete on a whiteboard. Okay, I know for me, again, when I walk into my office, I check my emails, and when I first walk through the door, I have my whiteboard. I look at my due outs, I look at things that I owe people, I look at whatever it is that I wrote down, such as an appointment, to help me stay on track as well. So make sure you write things out on your whiteboard, any due outs, any buildings, or anything that you may owe someone. For example, the PBO, let's just say there is a upcoming fielding that you have to do. Write that on the board. Write down that you owe a new updated signature card to the PBO if it's not a signature card that you already created, because sometimes when you do fieldings and you are signing for different equipment from different people, civilians, or whatever the case may be, they require a different signature card. So if you know that the PBO asked you for an updated signature card for this fielding, then write that on the board and make sure you knock it out. That way you can remind yourself. Writing down your appointments, writing down whatever helps everybody in the office keep track of everything. Now, you might not want to put your appointments on the board because you might have people walk into your office and look and see that you got to go do this, you got to go do that, and it's really nobody's business. But maybe you have a group chat with you and your NCO, or maybe you are the NCO and you have a group chat with your soldiers, just making sure everybody is tracking what you have going on and what needs to be done, because you might be out of the office. So if you don't want to write your appointments down on the whiteboard, that's truly understandable. We all get it. Just make sure that you set reminders for your appointments, because you do not, God forbid, you miss an appointment. I've been in the military, so that was just something that I was giving y'all examples for in regards to using a whiteboard. So number one is is making sure that you come in, you check your emails. Number 2 is write down everything on a whiteboard that you have to do, such as completing your Abrams files, updating signature cards. You have a building that you have to go to, you have appointments, you have a class or a school that you have to go to. Just write everything on a whiteboard. It helps everybody stay on task, okay? The next thing I would say that you need to do when you walk in is work on your Abrams files. Now, if your Abrams files are good to go, then you should be good. But if you have a new soldier that just graduated AIT, go over the Abrams files with them, go over the labels, go over what it means to have Abrams files. As of October the 1st, 2022, there are no more hard copy things. Everything can be filed electronically. And if you need to see that message, I will email it to you, or I will send it to you, or a matter of fact, I'll just upload it in this video. But as of October 1st, 2022, everything is all done electronically. So if you do have Abrams files, then create those Abrams files on Teams, and then start filing your documents away on Teams. For example, if the PBO send you a scanned document, save that to your desktop and just create a folder based off of the Abrams filing system, the 700s, the 200s, whatever those series are, and just file it away electronically. That way everybody can have access to it on Teams. Not saying that everybody needs to have access to it. So like if you are in the supply room and you created folders for your unsigned monthly hand receipts, your signed monthly hand receipts, your OCE, your OCIE records, whatever it is, you can make a Teams folder and have someone in your combo shop or Essex help you out to make sure that the things that you upload, people cannot take away or manipulate. And in regards to creating electronic files, you can have all of your TMs saved on Teams, and the platoon sergeants, the platoon leaders, everybody who is signed for that equipment will have access to it if you do it electronically. So work on your Abrams files throughout the day until you have everything set up and complete and good to go to your liking, okay? The next thing that I would like to talk about is making sure that your office is clean. You know, being clean and having a clean office is a part of CSDP. So if you are getting inspected, or if you're trying to, you know, put yourself or your unit in for the seat award, if you go on that checklist, CSDP, again, that's a part of cleanliness. So if you are bored throughout the day and you walk in and your office is a complete mess, you know, make sure that you clean it. That is something that you can do. All right. The next thing is updating your bombs and your shortages in G Army. So, as the commander is going around doing his 10% cycling inventories, and from the time he took over and he did change the command, if there is a change to that bomb, make sure that you update the quantity. Make sure you update it as far as like on your material slips. If there is a shortage that came in, make sure you consume it. Make sure you update that material slip. Have your commander re-sign the bomb. Have that sub-parent seat holder re-sign the bomb, and then make sure that commander signs and initial the updated material slip showing that that shortage actually did come in. So every month, y'all should be working on updating y'all cyclic inventories as far as like y'all bombs and stuff like that, because that's a monthly thing. And so being that it can't be done in a day based off of the commander and when he finishes inventories, just reconcile every day depending on what lens he are inventorying. But that is a day-to-day task that you all can do. So just coming in, checking emails and going to the SSA, that is not going to cut it. There are things that will help you when the commander changes out and a new incoming commander comes in, that won't be so time consuming and you won't feel stressed out, overwhelmed, and working late in regards to doing change of commands by updating your shortages and your bombs in G Army, okay? And just in general, updating them because they need to be. All right, the next thing I would say is go over your MTO, log into FMS Web, go over the personnel, go over the equipment to see, so let's just say, for example, you are sitting in a different slot and you want to know why. You can look at the personnel, but for the most part, you really don't need to look at the personnel on FMS Web in regards to checking your MTO. But in regards to checking your MTO, look at the property. Make sure that the equipment is assigned to who it's supposed to be assigned to. Make sure that you go in G Army and you make sure that that equipment is actually signed down to whoever it's signed down to. You know, you are getting new equipment, or you just have equipment in your office sitting around and you don't know who it belongs to or who needs to sign for it, or someone is going back and forth with you on, hey, this is not my equipment, I don't supposed to have this. Then you can revert back to FMS Web, check the MTO and say, well, hey sir, hey ma'am, based off of the MTO, it says that you're supposed to be signed for this. This is your land. This is the section that you are in. So make sure y'all go and do your due diligence by going over your sub-hand receipts, your S-loads, and making sure that the equipment is where it's supposed to be at. All right. So that is something that you need to do. Of course, course, going to the SSA. Make sure you go to your BL06I and you check to see what is at the SSA. Make sure you go to the SSA at least, 2 to 3 times a week. And just make sure that if you don't have any equipment, you can still go down there to sign in. Let your NCO know, or hey, NCO, let your soldiers know, like, hey, before I come in at 9:30, I'm gonna stop by the SSA, see if we have any parts to pick up. That way you can all dispatch a vehicle, because sometimes you don't necessarily have to. A lot of soldiers spend time dispatching vehicles on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, when that should be something that you all do on a Monday anyway. But if you just stop by the SSA, you'll already know if you need to dispatch a vehicle for the day or for the week, or just dispatch it in general, because that's a part of command maintenance on Mondays. And then you can just stop by in your POV before you head to the office and check the SSA to see if you had something come in, and then you can schedule a pickup. So going to the SSA is definitely a must. But these are some of the things that I wanted to talk to you all about in regards to your day-to-day duties, because I just was not okay with knowing that only 92 Yankees check their emails and go to the SSA. And if there are things that you are doing that I did not put on this video, share it for everyone else to know. But those are just some of the common things that you do need to do. And if I can think of anything else, because again, I don't want this video to be too long, I will definitely list it in the description below. And then I will continue with these 92 Yankees series. All right, y'all. So until next time, this is Amelia Talks. Let's talk about it. Peace.